The new Monster Hunter Wilds patch gave us 2 more monsters, and with that, they also gave us 2 new types of appearances. The Mitsune set and the Nominus set. But how do they look? What is their differences? How are their dice? Can you make a good combination of sets with them? Well, let's go through them. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And let's get into it. So, I want to go in this video and show you guys the sets, the pieces that we have on each of these sets, the weapons, and of course, also at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you a bit of a combination of that I did for every one of the sets. I think they're actually pretty nice, and we're gonna see the differences. Okay, so first of all, let's go through the all of these sets, see how they look, and also how the dice actually change how they look, because they all look pretty different. So first of all, we have the Mitsune Male version. This one has a good amount of die changes. I'm just gonna go for the most insane dice. You can very well tell where the colors are. We're gonna go here and just put everything into red, and you can see how much it actually changes because of it. You can see the entirety of the parts that actually change. It's always on this side. I just all of the fur parts and a little bit of the hand parts here are getting dyed. Now everything else is just staying there. Okay, all that pink, all that white, all that yellow even on the hands is just still there. And for the pigment 2, you're gonna see here, I'm just gonna go full blue. It's just gonna be some highlights on this side, on the entirety of the set. Just the lines that are inside of the set are the ones that are gonna change. Now this set, honestly, it's pretty cool. Just don't think about the colors. Let's start that before we make a judgment, okay, from the set. There we go. I think the set is actually very, very nice. I think it's very cool. It's very classy, very Asian-like, very samurai-like, and just doesn't look too weird. It has a good amount of detail. I pretty much like it. The bunny ears, not sure about it, but I do think it's actually pretty cool that you can dye the hair in whatever way you see fit. It's hair at the end of the day, so you can really make anything work with this. You can become like white hair, and honestly, that's pretty awesome. Next, let's go for the next set from Mitsune. Boom, you look like a mushroom, guys. That's what the set is. It's a mushroom samurai, okay? It's absolutely weird. I don't know. There we go. I don't know what they were thinking there. Like, I think it's kind of cute. Probably some people really would like that. For me, it looks very silly and kind of dumb. I do like the hooves on the bottom. I think they're actually pretty cool. If you unlayer the pants, you're gonna see that this part I think looks pretty nice. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the pants. I'm not a fan of the helmet. They look pretty dumb. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the chest either. Now the hands look actually pretty nice. They have a little like a little device on that side, and I like the symbols and the details. But other than that, is a bit scuffed. And let's see how the dice work. If they're gonna work in the same way as before. All the fur on this first side is gonna be shown. Right? You can see all that red going in there. Beautiful. It looks actually pretty cool, I think. I think it looks great, honestly. The amount of the amount of dice you can actually change. And then for this side, let's go for a big color again. It's gonna be the lines again, and in the hands it's gonna be a bit different, right? No, it's actually gonna be the lines just like before. And there you go. That is the colors you can change. There's the dice panels. Everything else, the red, a little bit of the pink, a little bit of the yellow, and the entirety of the white is gonna still be there. Okay, so you're not gonna be able to change that. Gonna be important for you to check that out. Okay, for the Nominus, and this is gonna be very interesting because you can see this is the male version of it, the first version of it, and then this one, and you can see that it's almost like one is angelic and the other one is like demonic, but they're kind of mismatched, right? You can see that this is the demonic part and then the angelic part, and this part, the top part is angelic part and the bottom part is the demonic part. And the thing about this is that is actually, in my opinion, very cool, because boom, look at this. You can go for the full demonic part if you want to by just switching it up half and half, and then for the other side you can do it the other way around and become full angelic. Isn't that awesome, guys? You have essentially 4 sets in 2. That's absolutely super cool. The combination between them, and of course the just the set, just how it is. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And let's check the dice. And we're going to check the dice in this way, not mismatched, because obviously the dice for the demonic part are always going to be the same. And the dice for the angelic part, they're always going to be the same. So for the angelic part, now that we're here, just going to go and check just full red. Just full red so you can see everything that can be changed. I guess we're going to go for orange now. And you can see that the entirety of the set just becomes red. The entirety of the parts that are white. The only thing you're not going to be able to get rid of is that black part and that purple part. But you can change a little bit of it. As you can see here, we're going to change this, and you're going to see that the highlights, little cracks in the actual pieces are going to become a bit more bluish. There's still going to be a bit of purple. There's still going to be a little bit of this. But all of that is not going to be too different. So this is going to change. It doesn't really look like it changed too much. Let's change for a different color, actually, because blue is just too much close to purple. Go for a big, very, very powerful yellow. You can barely see the cracks there, but like what I'm going to do is I'm going to like, look at that. Look at the change. Do you see that? It's almost like it's still purple, but it has a little bit of change in it, right? For this one as well, look at that. Is the neck. The neck right here, changing a little bit, right? Here, you can see this little thorns on this side changing. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then for this, you're going to see the belt changing. Look at that. The type of purple that it is going to change. Just like in the belt right there. And here for this one is actually very scary. It was really weird. I'm actually going to disable this part so you can actually tell on the chest on it too. There you go. Look at that ass, guys. Important. The ass is very important for you guys. It's important, guys. You need to see it. Otherwise, you're not going to see the difference, guys. Look at that. You can see that right there. I told you it was the ass, guys. I was not joking. It changes, okay? And the legs too, but it changes a little bit. Just a little bit by it. Look at that. Who would have known that I would have to do this to make content on YouTube, guys? I just wanted to play Monster Hunter in the fashion, and I'm doing this. Okay, and there you go. That's the entirety of the sets and the difference between them. Very, very cool pieces. You can do a lot of things with it. And I'm actually going to show you what I did with this, because I made two sets with these things. I combined them, the Mizuzune set and the Numinous set. Okay, I made them both together into two sets. First of all, we have the Samurai version. Look at that. So a lot of pieces from Mizuzune. You have the Mizuzune. Actually, it's only one piece of the Mizuzune. No. But you have the weapon too, okay? So it's not that bad, okay? Like, you have the Mizuzune braces. You can see it right here, okay? It's not that different, okay? And then you have the weapon. And it actually ends up looking pretty nice. We have the Kongamel on this side, the Valhalla coil. And I think we could go, honestly, here for this, I think. Yeah, I think you can go for the Mizuzune boots just to make it, like, more Mizuzune-like. There's only not one piece of it, and that way, but I just don't. I think the other version looked better. I'm not gonna lie, but if you want to, you can do it, and I think it looks pretty nice. I actually wanted to put the Numinous head on this one, and it actually doesn't look that bad right here. If you do it like this, it actually looks pretty nice. And that way, you have a little Numinous and Mizuzune. But sadly, when you actually play the game, the purple kind of overrides everything, and it just doesn't really work out. So sadly, it only works here. Looks well inside of the equipment appearance menu, and afterwards it just doesn't. With the weapon though, it really just blasts. And the pants here, the Valhalla coil, really just chef's kiss on it, I'm not gonna lie. And then we have the second version that I made, and honestly I'm pretty proud of this, okay? The Angel, okay? The Angel Numinous set. I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And you have two pieces of Mizuzune too. You have the braces here on the hands, and the Mizuzune boots as well, to make it look and you have the little skirt, right? To make it look absolutely beautiful with the angelic parts of them, right? Like you have the angelic part here, but you still have the that skirt from the Mizuzune as well, and it actually works perfectly with the Aja Caramel. The Aja Caramel being kind of like very buffed and almost like kind of like non-human really makes this entire thing just work out perfectly. Now you could go, I guess, for the Numinous angelic part here, but then you're just doing the entire Numinous set, and it just looks stupid. I don't like it this way. I think the Aja Karen one really just gives you a vibe that is just so different and so cool. And honestly, it's probably my favorite set right now. And there you go. If I could make this work, guys, I think you can make anything work with this set. So definitely go in there. I think it's definitely a set that is worth acquiring. So go in there, go check it out, and make some cool fashion. You can go into my Discord and post it in the screenshots channel if you want to show it to us. And you know, I'm excited to. I kind of want to start building this up so I can start doing fashion contest, layer contest, I guess, on Monster Hunter. It would be absolutely beautiful if I could actually do this. So definitely get in there and blast. So there you go. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you very much for watching. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And see you around. Love you all. Bye bye.